Hey, it's Josh here, and in this video, I'm going to walk through this chart that's going to help you grow a profitable business that you love. So what is going on in this chart is it's showing the functions of a business. Now these functions, they're going to probably change over time as your business grows and depending on your particular business type, but they're a great place to get started. So here you can see I have separated these out between external functions. So these are primarily functions that are going to be customer facing or closely related with the customer. And then you can see here we have the internal functions. So all of these functions, they are going to support the external functions and support the delivery of the product or service that you are offering. Now, when you first start the business, you are going to be wearing the hats of all of these different functions. You need to do the marketing, you need to do the sales, you need to run operations and do the actual task. You need to be talking with your client. You need to make sure that the technology is working, and so on and so forth. The goal is that over time, you're going to eliminate yourself from a lot of these positions so that you can really focus on building the business and or doing the part of the business that you are particularly good at. Now, in order to do that, you need to go through these different functions and you're going to look at how can you increase the quality and efficiency of the work that is being performed, and how can you do it without you being the one doing the work. And often this is going to be done through hiring, using better tools, equipment, and software, and building processes. So in order to really dig in here, what you want to do is go through and get a lay of the land. So questions for each function that show where you currently stand is going to be who is currently accountable for the function. How do we perform this function? What are the steps? What are the tools and resources needed? Who is all involved in performing the function? What is the risk if this function is done wrong? And what feedback mechanisms do we currently have to know if the function is working as it is supposed to? Once you have the lay of the land, it's time to start working on the different business functions. Now, often when a business first gets started, the primary functions that are going to get outsourced, so to speak, or hired in or anything like this is going to be in operations, because there's going to be a lot of easier tasks where they can get done by quite a few people and you don't need to be spending your time doing those tasks. So this is through hiring an apprentice, or admin, things like this. And then the other side is the items that are high risk, but they involve a lot of time and research that don't drive money towards your bottom line. So that's going to include things like accounting, legal, technology, things like that, where they're often highly regulated. The stakes are quite high, but trying to dig into them would just take a significant amount of time. Often as the business owner, your best time is going to be spent doing the marketing, sales, and operations functions in your business, but being supported by some admin. Now, as your business starts to grow, you're going to hopefully have some different individuals involved in each of these business functions, and you're going to have a head of marketing or a head of sales, head of operations, or under that you'll have supervisors, managers, things like that. So as your structure becomes more complex, then a lot more of it, your role will be in this head of company and really making sure that risk is managed and managing to the KPIs so that you know all of these functions are being handled as they are supposed to. That's a really quick run through of this chart. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I love talking about this stuff.